Welcome to Punky's World. Okay, first off, it was a little unorthodox, but I got my girl paid, so that's good. Now, we have Cologuard and my t-shirt. We'll open those in the next video. I went to the mail myself today. Ooh, a little warm. So, and my Plush Time Wins shirt will be here Tuesday. I'm very excited about that. I already sent Dawn a picture of it to show her what I'm wearing. She thinks it's pretty. And it is pretty. It's a pink and purple tie-dye. It's so pretty. Of course, it has their it has them on it in sort of cartoon fashion, and it has tokens and tickets and claw machines and different things on it, different prizes, all sorts of stuff. And it says 2024 10-year world tour. I was thinking about my great aunt, because she was 101, and all the things that she's seen, like the evolution of the telephone from in case you're not familiar, phones used to be a wood box with a microphone, and the speaker that you would listen to was like a sort of a cone-shaped device you'd put up to your ear. Then it didn't have any way to dial it. You just grabbed a handle on the side and cranked it until you got the operator. Then you told the operator who you wanted to talk to, and she manually moved a button, moved a cord from one hole to another. They still had live operators when I was a kid. In fact, I remember I knew that I could dial the police number, but I also knew that if I needed an ambulance in a hurry, I could dial 0. I don't think dialing 0 would get you anything now. Because we didn't have 911. In fact, when I was watching Rescue 911, we didn't have 911. We still had to call the police station's phone number or dial 0 and the operator get me an ambulance or whatever. And she would put you through, which is what I did when I thought my aunt was in labor. She was having Braxton Hicks, but she was putting her shoes on and acting like she was gonna take herself to the hospital. Evidently what she was doing was putting her shoes on to take a walk, to walk off the Braxton Hicks. So my mother had to send my cousin outside, my aunt's stepdaughter, my uncle's daughter, to tell the ambulance that, because my mother called the operator back and she said the ambulance is already on its way. I was just trying to do the right thing. And of course, that was a rotary dial phone. Our rotary dial phone was skin colored. Well, if you're a white person. So sort of a light beige. I always called it skin tone because it was a light beige color that is a Caucasian skin tone. and hung on the wall. My mother had an extra long cord on it, so she could either sit on the couch with it or sit at the table with it. Later on, we did get a second phone that plugged in her bedroom. That was a princess phone, which was one of those phones that harkened back to when they first got the rotary dial phones, that when you pick it up, the mouthpiece turns and comes up to your mouth. Turns and comes up to your mouth. It was called a princess phone. And it had like brass, where you put the receiver down, that the cradle was brass. And the area around the rotary, the frame of the rotary was brass. And the little ticker that you hit when you twisted the rotary around was brass. So it was pretty. You know, and the little ends of where the speaker and the microphone would come off were brass, and it was a cream color, very similar to the color of that. And back in the day, you had to go to a special store to buy a telephone. See, a lot has changed in a half century since I've been here. Think about what's changed in the century, or just over a century that she was here. I mean, that's crazy. I want to be here for a century. And it's so funny. You watch old stuff talking about what it's going to be like in the year 2010, and people are wearing spacesuits, and yeah, that's not what it looks like in 2025. So they always have outlandish ideas, but I can tell you that Inspector Gadget predicted the future. Long before laptops or smartwatches, Penny, Inspector Gadget's niece, that he was the guardian of, had a computer watch and a computer book. I now have a computer watch and a computer book. I have a laptop and a smartwatch. Never could I have imagined in 1986 that that would ever be a thing. But whoever wrote Inspector Gadget did, so I give them credit. Anyway, like I said, my aunt went for a telephone all the way to this. Whoops, stop. Well, I'll write this, and then I will get back to you for our unboxing. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Please subscribe.